Yesterday, the Canucks absolutely schooled the Blues. I know St. Louis was on the second end of a back-to-back. It was their third game in 4 days, all on the road, but still, man, they had their number one goalie in net, who's been very good to start the season. The season literally just started, and they had 2 full days off before their first game of the road trip against Winnipeg, so they can't really use the excuse of, oh, they were tired, that's why the Canucks beat them. I said it a few videos ago, and I still believed it, even when the Canucks started to slide a little bit against Philly and Tampa. This team is different than the Canucks teams we've seen the past few years. The core is pretty much the same except for like Bo Horvat, but the way they're playing, they just look more mature, like they're ready to take that next step. I don't think I've seen a team that looks more ready to take a step than Vancouver. I think that if you want to be a playoff team in the NHL and build a winning franchise, you need to have minimum 2 of these things. You can win without all of them, but you need at least 2 of them. An elite number 1 center, an elite number 1 defenseman, or at least a guy who's clearly the number 1 D-man who can take all that responsibility and do all that heavy lifting. Unreal scoring depth, like I'm talking your first line to your fourth line could all be like a second line on somebody else's team, and a really good goalie. Before I would have said an elite or star goalie, but I've seen too many Darcy Kempers, Aiden Hills, Matt Murray's win the Stanley Cup. Like I think you can get by with a guy who's just good. The Canucks seem to have most, if not all of that, man. I mean, Pettersson is an elite number 1 centerman, no questions asked. Quinn Hughes is an elite number 1 D-man, also no questions asked. Thatcher Demko is a starting goaltender in this league who, when he wants to, he can play great. And the team definitely looks like it's got some scoring depth up and down its lineup. Like, if you can get some help from guys like Lafferty, Beauvillier, Garland, Suter, Hoglander all year, that's going to be huge for this team. And Canucks fans just have to be laughing right now, dude. I mean, the Flames and Oilers are absolutely spiraling. They're 2 biggest rivals, and the Flames in particular couldn't even get a goal against the Blues, and then the very next night, the Canucks slapped 5 on them. And like I said, Binnington is having a great start to the season. He didn't get the shutout against Calgary. He was out for the 5 spot against the Canucks. And coming into the season, the Oilers are probably looked at as Canada's best hope for a Stanley Cup, and the Canucks have 4 more wins than them in the same amount of games played. And trust me, I've seen it all over social media. Canucks fans are enjoying this right now, or their 2 biggest rivals are spiraling completely, and they're in a really good spot. Like, the Oilers would kill for a guy like Thatcher Demko or even Quinn Hughes right now. And the Flames, dude, for Elias Pettersson, that franchise would sell its soul right now for a player like that. Look, things could and probably will change as the season goes along, right? Especially the Oilers. Looks like they're in a slump that they could get out of. The Flames just look bad. But the one thing I won't budge on is that I don't think this is just a hot streak for the Canucks. I think they're actually good. Of course, I want to know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you want to see more Canucks videos, make sure you like this video so then I'll know, okay, they want to see more Canucks content. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.